Hello, friends. Welcome to this podcast, which is organized under the GCC Summit held at Ahmedabad on 29th and 30th August 2025. Today, we have a very prolific person, a very big name in the real estate industry, and who has also been a banker, Mr. Viren Mehta from Million Minds Tech City. His company is positioned as a futuristic, creating futuristic ecosystem and premium real estate projects. So, welcome, Virenji, to our podcast. I would like to ask you that how do you see the smart infrastructure projects empowering India as a global GCC hub?
So thank you for having me here. First of all, a small correction. I'm from Ganesh Housing, and Million Mind Tech City is one of the project of Ganesh Housing.
Okay,
So the parent company is Ganesh Housing, which is a listed company, and we are into real estate from last 60 years.
wonderful.
So yeah, so we have been instrumental in creating the infrastructure of Ahmedabad and Gujarat, and we are into all asset class, be it residential, commercial, retail. Now this particular project, what we are talking about, that is Million Mind Tech City, which is a 65-acre of a project, and the investment size is of roughly 8,000 crore for this one particular project I'm talking about, which is another project which I'm still not talking
Amazing.
about. So you can see the depth of the company and all, that we are how big the real estate we are concentrating on. So this 65-acre campus has a potential of 18 million square feet, and 10 million is a tech city commercial space. 6 million we are looking at is residential, high-end residential, which includes the co-living and all. 2 million we are looking at roughly of hotel and mall. So this is a complete ecosystem. This campus we have, it is on SG Road. If you are familiar with Ahmedabad, so
Yes.
within the city or a radius of 5 kilometers, you would see all large corporate. SG Road, like by and large, Ahmedabad is growing from east to west. So this is on west part of Ahmedabad, and as I mentioned, it's just in radius of 5 kilometer. All the hotel, mall, corporates, everything is situated here. Be it it's a mall if you talk about Palladium, or Alpha One Mall if you talk about the hotel or hospital, or Adani or Zydus. So we are the place where the business is growing. So obviously one more important aspect, that the infrastructure what used to develop before, now what we are seeing is there is an upside down change. It's a complete smart city.
Wonderful.
And the infrastructure what we have created, we have rated, been that's an Indian Green Building Council, that is IGBC. It's a platinum certification. So if you are delivering a project which is a platinum certified, so there are certain parameters from silver, gold to platinum, and to achieve this, you'll have to follow so many compliances and all. So you simply, if somebody is buying or renting an asset, and if you actually look at that, what is the rating given by any of these agencies, so that half of the work is being done, that okay, wherever the assets we are moving on, it's one of the finest assets. And as I mentioned, the location is one of the finest and the best place to work and live. So this is a
Wonderful.
place where obviously all the IT, GCC, everybody would like to work and live here.
From a sales and marketing perspective, what are these global corporations looking while coming into these tech cities?
So ideally, the most important aspects they would look at is the infrastructure as a whole. So in my all the tenure, I have seen the large company look for the safety, and because ultimately their people would
Right.
like to work and live there. So obviously the all the parameters they look at is that what is the efficiency level, obviously the safety of the people, and everything, it is all revolving around their people and their company and all. So if that has been taken care of, so I think that they would not, I'm saying commercial aspects comes very later. They would always look at that, okay, what is the efficiency, the large floor plate, like the moment when you have, so our floor plate is 42,000 square feet of a carpet.
Oh,
So there is no building in Ahmedabad having this large floor plate. Now, everybody is making the building, but how you are making the building, how smart and how strong the building is, which gives you an efficiency. And efficiencies talk about, it's not only that number of people how you will fit into, but how your energy and the operationals and day to day, the building is helping you increase in productivity. So I'll give you a small example. The column grid in normal building, if you look at, they have roughly of a 6 meter, while we'll have a almost a 12-meter size of this. And then when you have this large 42,000 square feet of floor pit, so you will never see the column coming in between. So that's how you feel. Great. The ecosystem and the floor plate is too large, and that's what the large corporate GCC or IT companies, or nowadays this managed office player are also a large taker. So they would always look at that, what kind of the infrastructure and the flow plate and all play a role. However, there are other amenities and other infrastructures also, like we have a chilling power system, wherein you do not have to put the AC like indoor outdoor unit, generally what you see it and all. So the entire system is being centralized, AC and all. So all these things will always help you in reducing your cost, and not only the capex, because you do not have to have bought this all the equipments, but routine your operational costs also reduce a lot. A few things which there are none of the developer, like the staircase, typically the company or the large corporate look at, because the safety angle, the two staircase generally, yes, they typically they look at in case of emergency. While in our building we have a 3 staircases. Okay, we have a building, we have a 25 elevators. So everybody is giving an elevator, but what speed and what technology is being used it. So our elevator is high speed, like we can say that the per second we travel 3 meters. So what we are giving is more important, because every developer would come and say that no, my building is the best. Likewise I also would say, but then Absolutely. When you actually go and look at the infrastructure, the campus and the amenities, that's where we stand our product different than any other normal developer.
Absolutely, Root. Safety and luxury. Yes. These two things are there, which everybody is saying. We are in Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad. We all know Ahmedabad has grown like anything, and it is a favorite GCC destination center. What are the unique advantages of this region, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, which makes it so a favorite of all the global destinations?
So I tell you, I been into real estate, and before you mentioned, I was a banker also. I've been fortunate enough traveling to different states and different countries also. Gujarat infrastructure is one of the finest. Believe me, if the kind of road, the ring road, we have 3 different ring roads. And if you'll have to travel north to east, or west to south and all, the entire city you can cover, even on peak time, 40 to 45 minutes you can cover east to west completely. So the infrastructure is the best. So the commuting time typically today, if you look at in Bangalore or Mumbai, Gurgaon and all, actually you look at 2.5 hours. I've been talking to a couple of people, the company who are looking only because of this, that imagine your 2 hours one way you are spending on the road. So out of your 8-9 hours of a journey, and 3-4 hours you are spending on the road. So this infrastructure plays a very, very vital role. Plus, apart from this, if you actually look at the policy, the government of Gujarat has come up with a great policy for a service industry, like obviously ITES. If you look at, that's a great policy. Right. 2022 to 27, one should actually look at. There is a plethora of incentive on a capex, so up to 200 crore on capex investment, and the incentive has been given. And every year in OPEX, there is an incentive of 4 crores. So over a period of time, 5 years, you keep on getting that incentive. So you name the thing, probably, the incentive is given. So it's not only the Gujarat is ready with the infrastructure, but a great, the policies also we have. So likewise, as I mentioned about the ITES policy, you look at the GCC policy. We have recently launched 2025-30. So this 5 years GCC policy, it's so very lucrative for the people who would like to come and set up in business.
Very true. Government policies play very important.
So anybody who would like to come set up, so the policy, infrastructure, and the most importantly, the most safest place. Here, even if you actually look at, I've been here born, raised in Gujarat. So even at midnight, 2 o'clock, even a female can walk, and they are very, very safe. the only concern, even I am a father also, but then the concern people probably would look at that whether you have taken your dinner or not. But then safety is not the concern, believe me. And in power, if I again talk about that's part of the infrastructure and all, I have never seen that people come here and they said, okay, do we have a power backup and all. So if the local company, if you look at, nobody, even the residential people also, the developer will never look at that because there is no power shortage.
Wonderful.
So you name the thing, probably is available. So that's the reason probably if now tier 2 city people are growing and they are coming and setting up the business. So these are one of the aspects, because if you set up a office in Bangalore or Mumbai or Gurgaon or so, still our rental is below $1. So you look at, plus there is an incentive is given, great infrastructure we have, and the cost of living and running the business is so very less. Then I think what else you need? So that's the reason probably all the people have considered Ahmedabad and Gujarat as a destination to live and work.
Wonderful. I wish other states also replicate these kind of policies and India as a whole becomes the global destination hub for any kind of investment. Uh, we know, Virenji, that chartered accountants enjoy a position of trust and are the biggest financial advisors to each and every person who has finance and money. How do you see chartered accountants can play a role in engaging with GCC investors per se?
So ideally, you said very right. See, chartered accountants are the financial controller of any company.
Right.
The way we are individual manages their individual home and finance and personal account, the way they are managing their company's finances. Uh, while they approach or they advise to their company or their clients, uh, what more important they will need to look at is, first of all, create the feasibility that if you set up a business. So typically setting up a business means if you are expanding and if you are hiring, say, assuming 500 employee, if you look at the having set business in Bangalore or Mumbai or Gurgaon or Gujarat, okay. So look at the policy what government is offering it to. Recently, what likewise I said that Gujarat government has a lucrative incentive policies for ITITs and the GCC player also, and GCC people who like to set up a business. In any of these cities, here you have a huge incentive. We have created a simulator also. So the chartered accountant, what they will have to do it, or the financial controller, the CFO, what they will have to do it for the company is that if they would not like to go through the policies, because that's reading the policies and the understanding the terminology for every state becomes very complex. Plus, getting incentive from the government is also becoming difficult, because there are at times there is an apprehension that okay, the government is giving me XYZ benefit or subsidy or whatever, but then taking money from the government is becoming very complex. While in Gujarat, we work very closely with Department of Science and Technology and all, and we are proud to say that we are also instrumental in promoting the policy and the Gujarat state and encouraging people that please do come and live your work here and set up the business and all. So while they talk to people, just look at we have created a simulator. So if they can come up to us, we can help them giving this simulator, and we are planning to add this into our public domain and a website also.
Great.
So it becomes quite easier. As I mentioned, if you are setting up GCC, come up with the, say, assuming 500 people or 1,000 employees, and if they choose any of the 5 states, they just only have to mention, because if the simulator, we have done a deep down studies. Say, assuming if it is a 500 employee, if you set up a business in Bangalore, now per employment, okay, 100 square feet you need to set up or generate one employment. Now, assuming if it is in 500, that means you're talking about 50,000 of a square feet. So we know that GCC employee, first of all, their average salary is this much. If they are coming up with a 500 employee, then this is what the size of the building or the space they will have to acquire, and that would be the rental of X amount. If they are looking at this is the size of the building and kind of nature of business, and we know that what is the general electrical consumption is also is required, what is the average salary, what is the PF they are paying, what is the capex they are investing. So we have done everything, all the studies we have done. Just you will have to put the number. That simulator will give you. Similarly, like if you have seen that if you would like to retire at particular age and you need certain corpus to be developed, then what amount of the SIP you will have to do it. And then the simulator will tell you that, okay, this is what you need to look at. Likewise, if you are setting up a business, this simulator will help you understand that how much money you will save as a capex, and over a period of time, 5 years, by the time the incentive is being given. So I think, if you actually look at this, and if anybody would like to come and approach, we Million Mind Tech City, we have a website wherein we have got all the policy and all the information is being mentioned. And if anyone would like to reach out to us offline also, and we have our in-house consultant. Rather, so for our own clients, we are advising that whatever the communication and help support you need, there also we are helping in terms of availing the incentives being offered by the government.
Excellent. Virenji, to all our global leaders listening to this, how India's tech-driven city is ready for GCCs globally? Why should everybody come? And how India is the best choice? Your final message on this.
So, India is a capital of GCC. Okay, roughly 1800 GCC players are operating across India. So it is already proven that GCC is the India is a hub for GCC, and one would look at. The good part here is that now, earlier it was considered as a back office and support function. Now GCC also has come up with the R&D solutions also. They are into pharma also. They are into, you name the things, they are into. They are not only accounting, banking and all. So they are into all the sectors. Even in pharma also, they are coming up with. So healthcare, they are coming up in a big way. So if at all, if somebody would like to look at, and why India or probably Ahmedabad or a Gujarat they would look at, first of all, our the people, the education, we speak English very well, the cost, the friendliness. I think ease of doing business also plays a very vital role. So considering all, and hence if you look at, there are Fortune 500 company, out of 50% of them, they are into GCC and they are operating from India. So I think we have all the solution for them.
Great. Thank you, Viren Mehta ji, for being with us. It was really an interactive and knowledgeable session. Stay tuned with us for such interesting updates and GCC.
Thank you. Thank you.